嘅，呢條鐵我講底仔度啊嘛。
You know the pronunciation of these names? Sea Wargs, Stacho, Alamango. Spear Chat, and Vortex. Yeah, we roll with it.
Yeah, man, y'all, that was great. I laughed all the way from This is it.
How are you?
Good.
How are you, Coach Willie?
How we doing, baby?
I'm good, baby.
So you going up?
I'm going up, yeah. It's not going to rain too hard if it rains. Yeah, I think we'll be okay.
Okay, it's better. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. That was bad.
All right.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. That was really bad. Can you still hear me?
Yeah. They must have just turned it on.
Yeah.
Cause like I didn't touch anything.
No, I've been playing around with these, but
Yeah. Okay. Here, can you put a push to your mouth?
yeah.
Yeah. Whoa. Wait. Talk again.
Hello.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Is it too loud?
Now.
Turn it down a little bit.
Little.
Now?
Yeah.
Better?
Yeah.
No. We gotta get perfect, Paul.
Huh?
Gotta get it perfect.
Little loud, just like a tad.
A little loud. We saw Lorraine. It's easy. The Maple Heights Mustangs.
That's like everybody like, oh, say. Oh, okay. Cool. I be trying to stay. That's how I stay engaged in the game. Yeah. I'd be like, shit. You want me to get the person that ran the ball? How many yards they ran? And who tackled them? It's impossible. That's why these guys right here, I can tell you. Oh, they help too. The radio guy, man. I think we all be helping each other. I sat in a radio booth and listened to Jim Donovan, Doug Deacon last season. I don't know how they, I mean, just the excitement
Just being up there and then just you gotta follow me, but they got a TV screen in front of them.
Yeah.
You know, like you guys got.
Yeah.
But they got the damn 30-inch in front of them.
Right. Extra 4K.
Right, exactly. Extra crisp.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. You turned up.
More?
Yeah. You're closer to the mouth.
Is that good?
Yeah. Perfect.
You'll never ever be.
Honestly, people don't understand. When they see now ain't nothing. Like that, they ain't see line the earthworm the sideline. Big line did the earthworm the whole sideline. Am I lying?
Man, I'm telling you. I'm telling
And welcome to another edition of Friday Night Football, where we have the Maple Heights Mustangs versus your Cleveland Heights Tigers. Dresden and Dale, this is going to be a good one today.
Yep, really looking forward to watching Darion Fair and his high-powered Cleveland Heights offense take the field once again, Paul.
And of course, Cleveland Heights Tigers is still undefeated on the year, 7-0 overall and 3-0 in conference play. Looking to take on the 4-3 Maple Heights Mustangs. And as you mentioned, Darion Fair and that explosive Cleveland offense is going to get the ball first. And they're going to try an onside kick to start, but it will go out of bounds. Wow.
I don't mind the onside kick to start the game for Maple Heights. We know it's very easy for Cleveland Heights to go right down the field and score. Try and gain an extra possession and get your offense on the field first, even though you're kicking off. I kind of like that. Unfortunately, not able to execute very well.
As you mentioned, risky play, unable to pay off. So Darion Fair and this Cleveland offense will get some solid starting field position for their first offensive possession of the game. Starting at their 45-yard line.
Paul, we've seen through the past Cleveland Heights games that we have done, they like to come out and run the ball early and often. That's what they usually tend to do their first few drives of the game before even thinking about throwing the ball. But we'll see what they try and do on this first drive.
Fair, under center. He's going to give it to Bisker. Owen Bisker gets down across midfield. They're going to mark him down at Maple Heights' 47-yard line. So solid opening run here for Cleveland.
Maple Heights just getting a few arms around Bisker's legs. Bisker, strong, definitely run through a lot of arm tackles, so you have to wrap up and hold on.
Of course, Bisker, the do-it-all player, running back as well as a linebacker. Again, he's going to get the carry and just pushes that pile for a nice gain of 3. 2nd and 5 now. On a cold, windy October night here in Cleveland. Perfect football weather. This time Fair's going to keep it. Fair will not be touched. He will score. Darion Fair on the read option decided to keep it. And Dresden, we saw this all year. Again, he can do it with his legs, and he goes for 6 there.
Too easy for him. Not even touched. He just goes right into the end zone. That's the threat. First 2 plays of the game, handed off to Bisker up the middle, and then this time Darion Fair on a touchdown run keeps it himself, walks in for a touchdown, but kind of runs in. He was running pretty fast there, but
untouched on his way to the end zone. So 3 straight runs, and again this explosive offense, best in the league, strikes first. Low snap, kick is up, and it is good. 7-0 start here for the Tigers.
Saw that snap kind of bobbled by the holder, but good job by Gabe McKay, the kicker. Kind of delay. That's hard for a kicker when you get thrown off by a snap. You have to change up your timing. Nice job by McKay. McKay, a very solid kicker for Cleveland Heights. Doesn't go unnoticed.
He is. And as we saw these last few games, man, this special teams unit for Cleveland Heights, I know you're a huge fan. Julius Robinson especially, one of the best special teams player in the entire conference. They've been so good at pinning teams back and giving them rough starting field position. See if they can do it again here.
The last time we called the game against Lorraine back on September 16th, Robinson had 5 or 6 special teams tackles all over the field, forcing fumbles, looking like an all-pro out there on special teams. You love to see it.
Just 45 seconds into this one. Already 7-0 Tiger lead. Looking to go 8-0 on the year. Kick is away. And it's going to be a squib kick. Going to be scooped up at the 30. Trying to get the edge, and he will go out across the 35-yard line. That was scooped up by Ashton Pugh. And now we will see this Maple Heights offense for the first time today. And it's going to be tough for them to keep up with this Cleveland Heights offense, but I think the key is here, Dresden, got to get some confidence going. At least try to get a few points, if that's a field goal or something.
Yeah.
Hang in there.
Maple Heights, their offense, they can put up points. Past 2 weeks, went for 34 last week and then 32 the week before. Maple Heights actually opened up the season against Cleveland John F. Kennedy, scoring 72. So if there's a team to put up some points on Cleveland Heights, Maple Heights is the team.
We're going to see Ed Robinson. Takes a direct snap. Trying to get the edge. We'll pick up a gain of 4 before being knocked out of bounds. Interesting play design there. First play from scrimmage. Give it to the explosive Ed Robinson, running back. Nice pickup of 3.
Key is against Cleveland Heights trying to stay ahead of the chain. So getting positive yards every play. Gotta not fall behind. Can't make mental errors. Can't jump off sides. False start or have any holding penalties or anything like that to set you back.
Ken Robinson in the shotgun. Same play design again. We'll try to get that corner. Pickup of a few. Exact same play call as the first down. Sets up a manageable 3rd and short here for the Mustangs.
3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Again, keep an eye on Owen Bisker, that linebacker, number 24. Like you do a lot of different things with him. Robinson in the gun, halfback right. Takes it. He's going to keep it up the middle, and a nice hole for Robinson. Robinson across the 30. Robinson, can he get there? He will score. Wow, Ed Robinson.
Touchdown.
With a huge touchdown run.
Number 3, Ed Robinson.
And just like that, we have a tie ball game.
We saw Cleveland Heights go down the field in 3 plays. Maple Heights answers right back with a 3-play touchdown drive of their own. Ed Robinson carrying all 3 times. Breakaway speed there. He looked just as fast as Darian Fair once he got into open space. Can't catch him.
Wow. Seems like we might have a good game early on here. Extra point coming up to try to tie this one up at 7 apiece.
I think it looks like they're going to
Unless they're going to keep the
their
offense out there.
Yep. Go for 2. Don't mind it at all. Especially in high school, you get a lot of times where kickers are kind of inconsistent. So just keep your offense out there and try and convert 2-point conversions instead.
So the Mustangs are going to go for the lead. Now we got DeJuan King in the shotgun. He takes it. He's going to hand it off to Baker. Baker trying to get the corner. He will score. So the Maple Heights Mustangs give up a touchdown drive on their first, but their offense returns the favor. And a successful 2-point conversion will give them an 8-7 lead.
Great job by Javion Baker there. Trying just to get to the edge and basically beat the defense with his speed to the pylon, get in the end zone for a 2-point conversion. Show off his speed there, able to pick up the 2 points, gives them an early lead.
Yeah, I mean, kind of interesting play calls there. Of course, we saw Ed Robinson take the only 3 snaps in shotgun of that drive. Then in that 2-point conversion, we saw DeJuan King, the quarterback, hand it off to Javion Baker, who was able to punch it in. I think that's a good sign if you're Maple Heights. You know, the push their offensive line got in that first possession obviously paved way for that huge Ed Robinson touchdown run.
Come right out and showing Cleveland Heights they're not scared of them at all. We'll see what they do on this kickoff. Remember that first kickoff of the game, Maple Heights, onside kick. Ball does look straight up again, so see what they do.
This time they're going to squib it down. It's going to be picked up at the 15. Going to make a few man miss. We'll get down at the 20. That one was turned by Henry Paramount Jr. And this is where we say Darian Fair and this offense for drive at number 2. They did it with ease in that first drive, just 3 plays, all runs. See if they can do it here.
See if they can stay with the quick strikes. We're only less than a minute and 30 seconds into this game, already the 3rd possession of the game. Both teams moving quickly.
Fair's going to start from the center. Hands it off in the end round. Pick up of a couple. That was the running back Marquise Davis with the 2-yard gain.
Yeah, Darian Fair and Owen Bisker, we called their names a lot in that first drive, but Marquise Davis himself he's only a sophomore, can break off tons of long runs himself.
Now this time Fair is going to keep it. And he's off to the races. Down the sideline. This is John Gordon across the 20. Can he get there? He's wrestled down at the 5-yard line. So, wow, another huge Cleveland Heights run. This time by Josh Gordon. And again, already in the red zone and threatening.
First down, Tiger.
The tempo already lined up again. Cleveland Heights moving quickly, trying to get some more points on the board.
This time going to hand it off to Bisker. Can Bisker score? He does. Owen Bisker
Touchdown, Tiger.
will give Cleveland Heights the lead. And again, just a 3-play drive, all on the ground. Thanks to that huge run by John Gordon, showed off his speed. And Owen Bisker was able to punch it in.
9 plays already for both teams, and we have 3 touchdowns.
Again, all on the ground.
Have not seen a pass. I know it is a little rainy out there, so maybe might play into their play calling a little bit. Maybe try and run the ball even more than normal because of the rain. But
And Gabe McKay's kick is up, and it is good to bring the score to 14-8. Cleveland Heights back on top. Wow. We barely have a chance to catch our breath here, Dresden, early on. The defense for both teams has yet to show up.
yeah, and I think both teams, you can tell, have so much speed on offense. For Cleveland Heights, we've said this all season, but it's not just one player. It's their whole offense is fast. And Maple Heights, their offense looked just as quick in their own right. So I wonder, as this game progresses, this defense, the more you're out on the field, the more you're chasing these fast ball carriers, probably going to wear out even more. So good luck to both of these defenses the rest of the way.
And, of course, Cleveland Heights is a running team and showing it off here early on. I think it's one of the things we thought about, in those blowout games early in the year. We'd like to see Darian Fair kind of throw it more, especially when the playoffs, which are coming up in a few short weeks. These defenses, if they're not going to be able to get moving the ball on the ground, going to have to do it through the air. But so far, all on the ground.
Yeah.
So if it's not broke, why fix it?
Yeah, exactly. And this offensive line, shout out to them too. They always show up and able to get a good push week in and week out, no matter who they're playing. So
Kick is away. Squibber. That one was touched by the Mustangs. So he's got to pick it up at the 5. Trying to get the corner. He's got through. And a nice return. Made something out of nothing there. That was Javion Baker with the return. Gets it out to the 30. So solid play.
it looked like he was going to have to get tackled maybe even behind his own 15-yard line, but able to turn nothing into something, like you mentioned, Paul. Set this offense up with not bad field position. See if they can go down and get another touchdown.
Yeah, it seemed like there was a miscommunication there between the Maple Heights return team.
Oh, and they're actually going to walk this ball back to around the 20-yard line. So he must have stepped out of bounds once he got to that edge.
So they're going to start their second drive at the 20. Formation, another direct snap coming up. He's taken down. That was taken by, again, Ed Robinson. That was an interesting formation, Dresden. You had 5 Mustang players in the backfield there. So they're throwing anything and everything at this Heights defense.
Yeah, they had, first drive they came out one of the plays as well and had 2 upbacks in between the quarterback and the offensive line. So definitely showing Cleveland Heights different formations and give them different looks.
Again, Robinson in the gun. Halfback to his left. He's going to hand it off to him. Tough few yards there for Javion Baker. Bring up 3rd and 4.
So on that last play, 2 receivers up top to the left, both on the line of scrimmage. So that means that end offensive lineman all on the right side of the formation is actually an eligible receiver. So pay attention to that as this game goes on. when you start mixing up formations and having receivers, multiple receivers on the line of scrimmage on the same side of the field, that can throw off a defense because they're not used to having to look at that. You just assume receivers are the eligible receivers, but that can throw things off. And see if Maple Heights can exploit that later on in the game.
Again, we're going to have that 4-player set in the backfield. Robertson takes it. Again, the direct snap. He's going to keep it. And he will be lucky enough to get back to the line of scrimmage. So on 3rd and 4, a big defensive stop there for the Tigers. Now it's decision time here for Maple Heights.
I really like what I saw Owen Bisker on that last play. Fired up from his middle linebacker position. At least forced the run to cut back inside and wasn't able necessarily to wrap up on the tackle, but forces the ball carrier to force back inside, which is just as important as anything.
So now interesting play call here. 4th and 2 from their own 28-yard line, but the Maple Heights are going to decide to go for it.
Regardless of the outcome, I love this. You can't expect to keep Cleveland Heights. They're going to go down and score every time they have the ball, so might as well try to do it yourself.
Again, he's going to keep it on the direct snap, but he's going to be stopped short of the first down marker. Wow. Again, they tried that direct snap to Ed Robinson, and that one is blown up. So huge defensive stop. After giving with that first drive touchdown, they get a little bit of revenge on that 4th down stop.
Now Cleveland Heights short field again. See if they can add more points to the scoreboard. I don't mind that aggressiveness at all by Maple Heights. Look, your defense hasn't shown you that you can stop Cleveland Heights whatsoever. Might as well try and keep your offense out there on 4th and 2. Trust your offense to pick up 2 yards. Fortunately, they were not able to, but.
And now the rain really starting to come down here. See how that affects the play. It's not going to be an end around again for Cleveland Heights. This is Marquis Davis. Davis going to get to the corner here. Will score. Marquis Davis. One play. Another 6 points for the Tigers. Wow.
Does look like there might be a flag on the field. Let's check it. That was another nice run from Marquis Davis. He off to a great start in this game.
Cleveland Heights, they love doing those end arounds, get their athletes in space, and once they get the edge, man,
it's over.
Yep.
None of these guys can be caught. They're all fast. It looks like flag might be on Maple Heights. Not really quite sure yet.
But I mean, man, this Cleveland Heights offense has just so many weapons. Of course, Marquis Davis, Darian Fair. We saw John Gordon with the huge run in that last drive. Of course, Owen Bisker. There's a flag. So it looks like that will negate the touchdown run from Marquis Davis.
First down, Tigers. Probably excessive celebration, probably.
Oh,
No, they will call a touchdown.
Touchdown still stands.
So Marquis Davis will get credit for the score. Seems like they've picked up the flag.
I wonder if it picked it up, or maybe they're just going to assess it on the kickoff. We'll see. But another nice, quick drive by Cleveland Heights. One more play. Quick, easy touchdown by Marquis Davis. All these playmakers for Cleveland Heights, really, it's just so hard to contain. I don't know how defenses can game plan to stop that.
Really an embarrassment of riches for this team. As Gabe McKay, another weapon, knocks that one down. Put the score to 21-8. Rain starting to fall here. Cold night. The umbrellas are out. But has not slowed down this Cleveland Heights offense. 3 drives, 3 scores.
Something we've seen from them, too, is sometimes they do fumble the ball. Darren Fair has fumbled the ball a couple times this season on some of those handoffs, but rain so far not affecting him whatsoever. Done a great job in this game.
21-8, Cleveland Heights leads with 7:08 left in quarter number 1. So Justin, if you're Maple Heights, first drive in just 3 short plays, you go down and score. Drive number 2, of course, got stopped on 4th down, 1 forward in their own territory, was unable to convert. Drive number 3, you stick to the ground, Do you stick to those direct snaps that they've been giving to Ed Robinson, or do you try to spice it up, maybe going through the air a little bit?
I think if trying to spice it up might just be spicing up on the ground. So we see Cleveland Heights offense, how they're so deceptive with all the motions they run and all the different guys that are running around the field. In the backfield, Maple Heights has just been so direct snap, and then the quarterback just runs the ball. Kind of catch on after the first couple plays.
This kick is muffed, but then it will be picked up. Wow, heads-up play by Ashton Pugh to pick up that muffed kick. Again, another squib kick by McKay. You have to wonder, maybe the rain is playing a factor in these short kicks, these squib kicks by both teams. But some decent starting field position for Maple Heights.
Definitely hard to handle the ball in the rain. But back to the offense, like I was saying, though, it's just look at all the good offenses in the NFL. They're all so deceptive and don't know who's getting the ball on the running plays, and quarterback's still a threat to run the ball. Like Cleveland Heights, Darren Fair's always a threat to keep the ball, and they have different guys that can hand the ball off too, not just the running back. That's where Maple Heights, the quarterback direct snaps work that first drive, but once the defense starts catching on, they can just start firing the gaps, plugging the holes quickly, start to lose the power of that quarterback direct snap. So
again, 4 players in the backfield. Seen it quite a few times already today. Ed Robinson didn't take the direct snap. Again, he's going to keep it. Goes out to the left. Takes a big hit. That was a nice hit by Marquise Davis. Of course, the running back, also the defensive back. But a nice gain of 4 on the first down. They keep going to that direct snap, quarterback keeper. But Cleveland Heights has been starting to catch on. Stopped them last drive. Not much there on first down. Second and 6. Robinson gives it to Baker. Baker trying to get the corner. And he will get knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard line. So Javion Baker, a nice run for a first down.
Baker, we saw on the 2-point conversion, but he's very quick, very fast. Can get to the edge. Almost like one of these Cleveland Heights running backs. So very fast. And see that instead of doing a quarterback direct snap run, you're still able to get yards through the running game, but hand the ball off and let your running back take care of it. I like that.
We have yet to see a pass so far in this one. Maybe we will here. Robinson again. In the shotgun. Baker to his right. He's going to keep it. Spins around, and he will get across the 50-yard line. Wow, shifty run there from Ed Robinson. Pick up a 6.
Bisker flew through there, almost lit up Robinson in the backfield, but able to get around it, pick up some more positive yardage. This drive's starting to pick up now, Paul. We see a couple first downs.
Yep.
Some nice gains on the ground.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, to just continue to go with those direct snaps to Robinson and Baker. We're starting to see those Cleveland Heights secondary sneak up a little bit. Maybe they take a shot downfield. This is the perfect time to do it. Just across midfield, first down. Let's see if they do it. Robinson in the gun. Baker to his left. Wow. High snap. Robinson trying to get the corner. Matt gets a yard, if that. And that play was kind of dead from the start. That high snap kind of threw off the ribbon of that one. Was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Last play, it's the first time I've really been able to get a number on those upbacks, but one of them is number 57, Anthony Gibson. He's actually an offensive guard, so they line up a 6th offensive lineman in the backfield and kind of have him lead the way for this running game. I like that. You don't typically see that. You'd typically see a fullback or an additional tight end, but they just put another lineman back there.
Pardon me, it's 3rd and 2. Again, that 4-player backfield. 2 wide. He's going to give it to Baker, and he will get met right at the line. Let's see where they spot him. It's close. I think either way, it's going to be another 4th down conversion. It's an attempt here for Maple Heights.
Great tackle by Julius Robinson.
All right,
He's
Tiger Nation,
stiff.
it is 4th down. Everybody
Running back
make
right
some
at the
noise.
line to gain for the
Get
first
behind
down.
the Tigers.
Drives him back and forces that 4th down. Great piece of tackling there by Julius. Not only with a hit, but also wrapping up and finishing the tackle as well.
So arguably the biggest play of the game so far. 4th and 1. Maple Heights already down 21-8. Trying to keep this drive going. Going to have to score points today against this team. They're going to pull off the upset. Got to get a yard here. Keep this drive going. Robinson again, direct snap. Robinson met at the line. Wrestled down. Reaches for it. Wow, is this close, Dresden? I don't know if he got there.
Do not believe he did. We'll see. This ref on the near side is saying nope, did not get it.
Of course, Max Stevens says he didn't get it, and they will mark him short, so another 4th down stop for this Cleveland Heights defense. Wow.
Just barely. That nose of the football is right there. So close. That's where, Paul, I would like to see. Obviously, I don't know if Maple Heights, we haven't seen them go under center at all, but you see it so often in the NFL. Tom Brady gets under center, just sneaks forward for a signature Tom Brady quarterback sneak for a first down. That's where you'd like to be able to have that in your playbook, because that quarterback power run out of shotgun, he's starting back 5 yards away from the line of scrimmage. So he has to get 6 yards, pick up 4th and 1, right? Because you're 5 yards back, plus 1, that's 6. Whereas if you're right under center, you just have to fall forward and you get that first down. So it makes it so much harder in that situation to run quarterback power when the defense is expecting you to run right up the middle.
So now we see Darian Fair and this offense back out on the field. That was a handoff and first down to John Gordon. Picks up a few. Already 2 failed 4th down attempts for Maple Heights. And now Cleveland Heights in jeopardy, blowing this one wide open with the score here. We'll put them up 3 possessions as this first quarter winds down. 2nd and 6. Fair under center. End around. Fair's going to keep it. He's looking to throw. Takes a shot downfield. He's got Rogers. Did he catch that? Knocked away. Beautiful defense by Maple Heights. Knocked away by Kendall Brown with the defensive play. Intended wide receiver was Deshaun Wyckoff for Cleveland.
You saw Darian Fair rolling to his left, setting up. Decent throw on the football, just unfortunately better play by the defense there.
I really like that play, though, by Cleveland Heights. I mean, Fair, he had plenty of room. I think he had the option of just taking off. Would have picked up well past the first down. But instead took a shot. But like you mentioned, tremendous defense.
Looks like illegal man down the field penalty on Cleveland Heights, so actually a loss of 5 there.
Well,
wonder if that had some factor. Offensive line maybe thinking Fair was going to keep it, get upfield and block for him, but threw the ball instead.
This time Fair's going to hand it off again on that end around. This is to Davis. Davis getting the edge, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 25-yard line. So another huge pickup for Marquise Davis. Again, that jet sweep.
First down, Tiger.
So far, Maple Leafs has no answer for it.
Marquise Davis comes around that end round. He's a little bit bigger, taller of a back. He's so quick. He's just hard to bring down. Powerful legs, able to break through anything. And then once he gets to the edge, he's got that breakaway speed, so he's able to turn would normally be a 4 or 5 yard rush into a 20-yard one, like we just saw in that last run.
Got Davis under center. Bisker behind him. He's going to keep it. Goes to the right and get knocked down at the 20-yard line. I don't know if that was a blown play, but Darian Fair just decided to keep it, pick up a few. Again, it was Marquise Davis on the end around. Fair was looking for him. I think a little bit of miscommunication, but again, made something out of nothing. So dangerous with his legs. Why it makes him so hard to stop. He's even on a blown play, still able to pick up positive yards.
We've seen him fumble a snap, pick it up, and run for 50 yards before. He's unreal.
Fair hands it off to Bisker. Tough yards. Owen Bisker. Kind of looks more like a fullback than a running back. Showed it there, pushing the pile for another positive gain and a first down for the Tigers.
I love what you said there about Bisker. It looks more like a fullback. He kind of is. He's almost like a Mike Allstott to throw you back in the day. Old Tampa Bay Buccaneers fullback who used to get a bunch of handoffs himself, but able to just keep those legs churning, pick up yards right behind the guard, center, interior runs. Always seems to fall forward too. Always gains you a couple extra yards that way.
1st and 10. Fair's going to keep it, trying to get the corner. Dives! Touchdown! Darion Fair, QB keeper. And he is amped up after that one, running back to his sideline. Wow. Again, showing off his athleticism, diving for that pylon. And Tigers have blown this one wide open, 27-8, with 1:46 left in quarter number 1.
Darion Fair, always impressive there. Shows you the speed, ability to get across that goal line, get another touchdown on the board. We've already seen 27, possibly 28 points in the first quarter, Paul. This is unreal showing by the Cleveland Heights offense. Obviously, they've had a couple of short fields to work with, but,
Yep.
I mean, they're going to go to score the ball no matter what at this point. They're looking really good tonight.
McKay knocks down the extra point, 28-8. Now Dresden, if you're the Maple Heights Mustangs, that first drive, just 3 short plays. Here we are thinking, oh man, we might finally have an offense that can go toe-to-toe with this explosive Cleveland Heights offense, but since then, 2 straight failed 4th down attempts. Now they see themselves down 3 scores. What do they need to do here in drive number 4 to try to get themselves back into this one?
Got to start varying up the runs. We saw a couple times last drive where they actually hand the ball off to a running back.
Yep.
And it works, right? Because when they just run that quarterback power play after play, it just has not been working for them as well as did that first drive. So got to show some varying looks. Also, they have those one-on-ones out there at receiver. Maybe start trying to take advantage of that. I know maybe might not typically throw the ball as much, but it's 28-8, so you got to try and reach your playbook, find something that will start working. And we have seen in the past where Cleveland Heights defense, secondary a little iffy at times. They have a lot of the possibility for big plays. And there's one, I would say, a weakness, not really a weakness of the team, because they don't really have much weakness on defense, but one area you can try and exploit if you're Maple Heights offense, possibly.
I think, as you mentioned, that's going to be the key. A lot of those one-on-one matchups on the outside challenge these Cleveland Heights safeties and corners by taking a shot downfield. Went to that quarterback keeper one too many times. Cleveland has caught on. Will they change it up here in drive number 4? McKay's kick is away. Another squib. Scooped up. Nice return across the 40. I believe that was Javion Baker with the return.
First down, Mustangs.
Of course, Ed Robinson has been taking the majority of those snaps. What we saw in that 2-point conversion was Darion King, the quarterback. We'll see if we're going to see him more in this drive, especially if they're going to start taking some shots downfield.
Oh, right. Yeah, he graduated 95. Damn, oh, wow.
It will be Robinson again.
LeVar Floyd, I just saw that day a couple weeks ago.
Baker to his left. Again, those one-on-one matchups on the outside. Will they take advantage? Robinson, he's going to keep it this time. QB Reed hung on to that one for a long time, decided to keep it last second. Pick up a couple.
Sometimes you see on those quarterback reads that they hold it a little bit longer. Defense will over-pursue to the running back, so it'll create some cutback lanes for that quarterback. Fortunately there, Cleveland Heights just all over that, swarming to the football. To no avail there for Ed Robinson whatsoever.
Just over a minute in quarter number 1. Rain coming in and out here on a Friday night. Now we got DeJuan King back out there in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Baker. And Baker, nice pickup. A 4 down at the 49-yard line. It's going to work with 3rd and 2. So solid pickup there for Javion Baker.
Put yourself in a 3rd and short situation.
All right, Tiger Nation, it's 3rd down. Everybody make some noise.
See if they can keep on the ground. Maybe go back to Robinson back there at quarterback again. Or if they keep King out there.
3rd and 2. King still out there. Baker to his left. Heights looking like they're going to bring pressure. That's a blown play, but King's going to keep it, getting the outside, and he will pick up the first down. Nice play by Don King. Another blown play, decided to keep it, was able to pick up the first down. So King showing off his legs.
Yeah, it looked like a miscommunication between King and Baker in the backfield, but King able to make the most of it, pick up a first down, and keep this drive rolling.
That will do it for quarter number 1. Our score, Cleveland Heights 28, and the Maple Heights Mustangs 8. We'll be right back.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Oh, man. What's your name? Nice to meet you. Line up on mine.
Welcome back for the start of quarter number 2. 1st and 10 for and drive number 4 for Maple Heights. Takes a snap. This is King. Dumps it out to the flat to Robinson. Robinson will be taken down at the 40. Nice play there. Easy pickup. Get King, get him comfortable. He just dumped it out to the flat. Robinson, nice pickup.
We saw Maple Heights come out in a complete spread look. So remember that first quarter, every play they ran, it seemed like they had 3 or 4 guys in the backfield. So the quarterback and 3 other backs with them. That last play saw a typical spread look. So 2 receivers left, 2 right, and a single back in the backfield with the quarterback. So completely changed plans for Maple Heights to open up the second quarter.
2nd and 3. King still out there. And the gun. He's going to hand it off to Robinson. Robinson's going to be blown up in the backfield. Great penetration by Cleveland Heights. And of course, Owen Bisker in there again.
Bisker, Robinson, always in there. Looked like Albert Green came up, helped make a tackle in there as well. The thing I love about Cleveland Heights defense, Paul, they always swarm to the football. There's always several guys in there making a tackle, wrapping up, finishing the tackles. This defense is so well coached. Entire team is very well coached, we've seen.
3rd and 4. Already 2 for 2 on 3rd downs this drive. Can they keep it going? In desperate need of points to get back in this one. King out there. Robinson to his right. 3 wide. Takes a snap. Throws across the middle. Caught! Across the 20, and he's wrapped down at the 15. That was caught by Taylon Cannon, the sophomore for the Mustangs, and a huge pickup on 3rd down. Now this offense is rolling inside the red zone.
Had all slants on all receivers, so they're trying to just get inside your defender, pick up a first down. Great ball by King, throwing to Cannon. And now, Paul, we're starting to see them move the ball through the air a little bit more, adding more diversity to their offense, and I like that. It's making Cleveland Heights not just have to deal with quarterback power run up the middle now. Yeah, they have not only the running game, but you also have to factor in the pass now as well. So I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Maple Heights to start the second quarter.
Seems like DeJuan King has brought a new spark to this offense. He has it, takes a shot to the end zone. Wobbly throw, but it's caught. Nice catch by Ashton Pugh. There is a flag down.
It looked like Pugh got hit at the top of his route, so I don't know if that will be on a defensive holding or not, but nevertheless, another nice execution there by this Maple Heights offense.
Not the prettiest throw by King. And you're exactly right. Dresden's going to be holding on the defense.
I did really like the route concept as well. It had a out to this side of the field, so it's outbreaking routes a little bit harder to deal with as a defender when you have inside leverage, which we've seen Cleveland Heights line up in now several times. So Maple Heights starting to really show some signs of life through the air. Again, keep going back to that as much as you can the rest of this game.
The refs talking it over at midfield, deciding where to spot this ball. They're going to move him up to the 4-yard line after that defensive holding. So you have to think Mustangs got 4 plays trying to punch this one in, make it a 2-score game again. Robinson back in there at quarterback. Baker to his right. Robinson's going to keep it. Oh, beautiful tackle. That one was blown up in the back. That was by Julius Robinson. That is your man, Dresden. Wow, was he in there in no time.
Always in on the play. Just takes off, right? He timed that up perfectly. Gets in the backfield. Hits quarterback. Hits the direct runner there. Robinson in the backfield. Doesn't necessarily wrap up, but hits him hard enough to knock him off his course and force him down. It's exactly what you need around the goal line, right? Athletes making plays in space if you're defense. Fly up to the football, make a play, and make a decisive hit. Now, second goal, we'll see it going back to this Robinson in the gun. See if they keep it on the ground here.
Pugh and King alone. He's going to keep it. Robinson trying to bounce it to the edge. Can he get there? Tripped up at the 2-yard line. Robinson for a second. Thought he was going to be able to maybe punch that one in there. Tripped up at the last second. Now it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 2.
So Robinson out there in space. Ashawn Sims came up the field a little bit too much, so Robinson was able to get outside of him. Had the speed to get to the corner, but Ashawn Sims, nice job tripping him up and not allowing him to scamper in for a touchdown.
Can this Cleveland Heights defense come up with another stop? Already 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions this drive. Robinson again in the gun. Kind of interesting to see him go back to Robinson in the gun, considering how much success King has had. He's going to keep it, and that one broke. Evades the tackler, and he will score. Wow, what a play by Javion Baker. No, they're going to mark him short. Just short of the goal line.
I thought Julius Robinson had him in the backfield. Hit him hard again.
Yep.
Through, but 4th and goal.
Now they're going tempo right to the line. 4th and goal from the 1. Low snap. And this one is scooped up by the Tigers. So another 4th down stop for the Tigers. This time at the goal line. Wow, what a play.
What a way for Cleveland Heights. Gave up some yards through the air that drive. Definitely looked more vulnerable than they have on any other drive. And he stepped up on the goal line. Forced a 4 and out from the goal line. And Paul, I don't know if I love Maple Heights going back to the Robinson in the gun. Just too predictable, right? They just keep running the ball up the middle out of that. Not too much variability in the play calling, where they move the ball down the field through the air very well all drive.
I think you're exactly right. They had a ton of success with King. Moved him right down the field. Did it with his legs. Did it with his arm. And of course, they went back with the Ed Robinson, taking the direct snaps. 4 plays and nothing to show for it as the 4th down. They go tempo, fumbled the snap. And now Darian Fair is back out there. Have yet to not score a touchdown.
Paul, I would love to see Darian Fair 97-yard touchdown run right here.
Instead, they're going to hand it up the middle. That was to Bisker. Try to just give him some breathing room as they were backed up on their own goal line. I think they started that drive at the 3-yard line. Got to the 9. 2nd down, just over 7 to play in half number 1. Fair. He's going to keep it. QB Reed. Taking it down at the 20. But that push that this Cleveland Heights offensive line is generating Bringing up huge holes for Fair, for Davis, for Bisker. Right now, in my opinion, the Tigers' offensive line is the MVP of the game. Another run.
Yeah, not to jinx this offensive line, but they don't really get called for holding much either, especially with how quick the Cleveland Heights running backs are. They really dart everywhere. It's easy as a lineman to lose control of your blocker and get a holding and they really don't get called for many holdings and are able to maintain their blocks so well down the football field. Really impressive unit out there for Cleveland Heights.
2nd and 9 after a pickup of 1 for Darian Fair. The end around. This one to Davis. Not going to get much. Maybe a couple. It's winning with 3rd and long. I think this is a must stop if you're the Mustangs. Got to get the ball back and try to get something here before the end of the half.
Is this really like the first 3rd down we've seen Cleveland Heights, I want to say, all day? If at the very least, first 3rd and long we've seen them in all day. They're moving the ball at will, so huge play come up here from Maple Heights defense.
Well, this is already the longest drive of the game for them. Their 5th play. Pardon me, their 6th play of the drive. Can the Mustangs get off the field? A run, and it's going to be stopped short. Big stop there for the Mustangs on 3rd down. So the defense, they did their job, and now decision time for Max Stevens. He's going to bring out the punting unit. And, of course, Fair, not only the quarterback, but also the punter for the Tigers. You can see they don't punt often. So a rare sight to see Fair back there.
How many times have we seen them punt this year? Very few.
Very few. The punt is away. And, wow, it's going to take a Cleveland Tigers bounce across the 30. That one's going to be down at the Mustangs' 27-yard line.
Almost saw Keon Prince get back there and block that punt before Fair got it away. Came unblocked off the edge. Would have been a huge turn of events there for Maple Heights, but now they're backed up in their own field position.
But how about Darian Fair? Pretty nice punt. Of course, not his usual position, but switch fields with it. One of the best punts we've seen this season from him.
Took a nice bounce as well.
Yep.
Special teams unit, as always, hustling down there and covering the kicks very well. So well coached here. Special teams at Cleveland Heights. You can always tell how well coached a team is based on their special teams unit, and it's exceptional.
4:30 remaining in half number 1, 28-8. Cleveland Heights leads. Robinson back out there. Direct snap to the right. He's got room. Robinson. Taken down across the 30. That was a nice tackle by Henry Pearman Jr., the defensive back. The freshman already making plays.
Again, we saw them last drive, Maple Heights. They came out, started throwing the ball around with Dayon King with more of a spread look, and that really just opened up the game for them. Able to get some easy yards through the air. We'll see if they go back to that at all on this drive.
Robinson in the gun. Baker to his right. He's going to give it to him. Baker. Nice pickup across the 40. Down at the 41-yard line. That'll be a first down for the Mustangs. And Dresden, we've seen some solid offensive drives. Of course, that last drive went right down the field, but stopped on 4th and goal. But now already has a first down in this one. They're starting to get some penetration.
I really love that run there from Baker. He was kind of cutting outside and then cut it right back up in the teeth of the defense. Could have kept bouncing outside. I don't know if he would have gotten as much yardage that way, so instead he found a crease inside. Instead of carrying out to the outside, he just bounced it back up inside, picked up some nice yardage. Love to see that out of Baker.
Robinson fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it up the gun. Oh! Takes a big hit. Marquise Davis and Ed Robinson head-on collision there. I think they both are going to be feeling that one tomorrow. They both got knocked back. Wow.
You really don't ever see Marquise Davis fall back at all. You saw him go for a ride there.
Everyone here up in the booth could feel that one. It's a huge hit. But, yeah, I think you're right. Marquise Davis got the worst end of that one. 2nd and 4. Robertson has it. Gives it to Baker. And, wow, he is knocked backwards. I think he hit his old line on that one.
Believe, might have seen Justin Bigham there, the defensive lineman, push back one of the Maple Heights offensive linemen back into Baker there. Kind of just exploded out into the lineman's chest and pushed him back enough just to trip up Baker and force him down. That's a great play by a defensive lineman. Might not be able to make the tackle, but at least force the lineman into him. Use your power to affect the play.
Number 66, Christian Allen. It's the offensive lineman who got pushed back for the Mustangs. Just over a minute and a half. And half number 1. Robinson, blown snap again, and that one is going to be blown up in the backfield. If you make a mistake, this Cleveland Tigers defense will make you pay. And now Max Stevens is going to quickly call a timeout as he's looking to get the ball back for a chance to score one more time before half.
We've seen a couple of mistakes now on the snap from the Maple Heights offense on back-to-back possessions. Remember on the goal line on 4th down last drive, muff snap, and then here on 3rd down, that snap kind of killed the play right away. So if I'm Maple Heights now, I know they've went for it on 4th down early in this game, but 4th and long, you got to try and punt this ball back, get your defense out to make a stop before half, because you can't give Cleveland Heights a short field in this situation.
Under 90 seconds.
Don't forget, we have the 50-50 raffle lady as well.
I assume we're going to see the Mustangs punting unit, but already run for it 3 times today.
50-50. If you are in the area, please come up to the booth.
But the punting unit is going to come out on 4th and 5. That was a solid start to the drive yet again, but just again, those same mistakes plaguing them. The muff snap on that 3rd down, and it cost them. Punting here for the Mustangs is going to be De Niro, Locklear.
So looks like John Gordon back deep. We saw him bust off a couple of nice runs earlier on the offense, so definitely a lot of speed back there for Cleveland Heights. See if they can get into Maple Heights territory here off this punt.
You remember back in the day when we used to go to games and we used to wear our hype shit, like, even if it wasn't even a hype game. We were walking. Yes.
On his way, it's going to be a fake! Fake punt for the Mustangs! It is caught by Baker! Baker's across the 40, he's taken down! Wow, in Tigers territory. Huge play, a fake punt, Dresden, on 4th down, but it works to perfection. Tigers completely caught off guard, and all of a sudden, Mustangs are in business.
I thought it was a little strange because it looked like they wouldn't be able to get the punt off, and then I looked up and saw Baker just kind of sitting in the flat, wide open, no one anywhere close to him. Good enough throw there by Locklear, just to get the ball to him and let Baker take it the rest of the way. Picks up a 1st down. Man, that is a huge change of events for Maple Heights.
With 1:09 left, can they capitalize off it?
See them go back to that spread look with King in the gun. I like it. Remember, they were picking up yards through the air out of the same exact look 2 drives ago. Or last drive, actually.
Yep.
See if they can keep it going.
King in the gun, under pressure, he's going to keep it. Escapes, King up the middle, bounces out to the outside. He's trying to get to the sideline. Did he get out? He does, wow. So King, showing off his speed. Right from the start, had no time to throw, just decided to take off. So he would pick up some positive yards.
Saw King run around probably 50, 60 yards in the backfield, going going horizontally as well, just to pick up 2 to 3 yards, but avoids the sack and gets out of bounds, stops the clock. That's the key part of the play there for Maple Heights. Now the clock is stopped, still 52 seconds left, and you still have, I believe, 3 timeouts, so time not really a factor the rest of the way in this half.
Of course, those 3 timeouts, critical. So I can keep it through the air, or you can, still put it on the ground. King out there. They're going to throw it across the middle. Slant pass. That one is dropped. Austin Pugh. Beautiful throw by King. Right in the chest. Just bounced right off.
Great play call. They start off in the spread. 2 receivers left. To the right. Motion one of those receivers from the right side back to the left, leaving one-on-one with Pugh on the other side. Easy pitch and catch there. You've got to convert that. If you're Pugh, you have to hold on that pass and either pick up a first down or at least a 3rd and short. Again, the miscues for Maple Heights starting to kind of compile here, Paul, adding up very quickly.
So instead of a 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1, it's going to be 3rd and 10. Can King and this Mustang offense pick it up? Baker goes right. That's a low snap, but the whistles are blown before the snap. Got some flags thrown. It's going to be a false start on the offense. And right on cue, Dresden, another mistake by the Mustangs. Cannot have them if you want to come into Cleveland and try to upset the undefeated Tigers. 3rd and 15 from the 35.
Obvious passing situation here. We saw Antonio Williams Jr. sub onto the field, an extra defensive back for Cleveland
King
Heights.
looking. It's going to be a screen pass. It's going to be intercepted. This one is intercepted by the lineman. He's racing down the sideline. Justin Bingham taken down at the 15. Defensive lineman's dream.
Interception by Justin Bingham.
Justin Bingham called him out earlier on the drive for a nice explosive play, knocking the lineman back in the running back to make a tackle there. Reads the screen pass perfectly, stayed home, followed the back, got in front of that football, and then almost took it the distance. Paul would have loved to see him score a touchdown. Wow. Also, he was moving. He was quick too. He looked just as fast as one of these running backs for Cleveland Heights.
Justin Bingham, the senior, made the play of his career. Nearly took it the distance, and that lit up the crowd for the biggest play of the night so far. And now I think we're going to get a timeout here by the Tigers. After that quick change of events. Of course, after that beautifully executed fake punt for the Mustangs, they give themselves in a tough 3rd and long, attempt a screen pass, picked off. And now with 34 seconds, the Tigers now threatening to score.
Yeah, and this Cleveland Heights Tigers offense can put the ball in the end zone in 34 seconds. We've seen them do it time and time again. So definitely, looking at possibly going up another score here, going to half up 35-8. Coach Max Stevens would have to be very, very satisfied with how his team has played in this first half.
Rain starting to fall with consistency. 34 seconds left, 28-8. The Tigers lead. They start their new drive after the Bingham interception at the 15.
So Bingham, we saw him obviously that long run back on the interception. Now has to go back out. He is playing center. He plays center on offense as well. So that's probably why Max took that timeout. Just stop the clock, give your center a little bit of a breather.
I think you're exactly right. But he earned it. Fair's going to keep it. Cuts back under pressure. Fair bouncing to the outside. Still looking. Takes a shot to the end zone. Wide open. Dropped. Wide open. Henry Paramount Jr. Pardon me. That was Quincy Rogers. Was wide open in the end zone. Unable to hang on. And that takes away a tremendous play by Darion Fair.
Saw Darion Fair make 2 guys miss in the backfield, run out a couple sacks, get the ball off, and it looks like There was a penalty on Cleveland Heights, so I don't think the play would have counted either way. But Darian Fair, he is just so hard to get to tackle. I mean, he's unbelievable to watch. He is just so elusive in space.
I mean,
another great throw. He kept his eyes up, and at least we were looking down the field, finding an open receiver. I know they weren't able to complete that one, but Darian Fair just showing his capabilities not only as a runner, but also able to have the smarts and awareness there to look down the football field.
I was going to keep it hands off in the end around. This one's to Gordon. No, pardon me. That was Perez Lemon, the first time we've seen called his number today. Gets down to the 5. They're going tempo. The clock is stopped. It's going to be timeout Tigers.
Looks like Maple Heights, actually.
Maple Heights call it timeout. Interesting.
I wonder if they just didn't want to be caught off guard there, but definitely interesting because only 16 seconds left. It would have forced possibly Cleveland Heights to use their last timeout of the half.
Yep.
But
of course, a huge drive here to end the first half. If Mustangs won't have any chance in half number 2, they got to find a way to hold in the 3 points.
remember, Maple Heights gets the ball out of the half, so if you're able to have a stand here, score your first drive of the second half, able to make a 2-possession game. If you give up a touchdown here, though, it really puts you in an even bigger hole.
This is Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis.
These are the girls. Dean tells the jokes. Jerry
Sings the songs.
That was the first time we've seen Perez Lemon get the carry for today. Nearly got in, taking out the 5. One of their bigger wide receivers.
Most teams would be happy with Perez Lemon being their starting running
Oh,
back.
sure.
He looks just as good in space as anyone, so. So much depth on this Cleveland Heights offense.
Fair's going to keep it on the direct snap. He is going to score, but there is a flag on the play. It's thrown by that back judge.
Touchdown for now.
So we're going to wait the call.
I believe they had 12 men on the field, so you come out of a timeout with 12 men on the field. Again, it's another miscue you just can't expect to get away with and beat Cleveland Heights. Come out of a timeout, you can never have 12 men on the field. Just like
Too many men on the field.
Too many men on the field, and they still could not stop Darian Fair from punching it in. The touchdown is official, 34-8. Tigers lead with 12 seconds remaining in the half.
honestly, I'd like to see how many men they could put on the field to try and stop Darian Fair there. Like, he's going to get in the end zone. We know that.
Yep.
Put 18 out there. Put 22. And see if he can stop him even then.
McKee, the kick. Right through the uprights. 35-8.
The kick is good.
So we saw Cleveland Heights jump out to that early 28-8 lead, and then kind of go silent on offense for a little bit. That last little drive there, I really love what I saw out of Darian Fair. And then, just again, going into the second half, typically they do start to try and throw the ball around a little bit more when they have these huge leads. I don't know if they will tonight because of the conditions, but they look. Max Stevens has to be very pleased with his team. His defense has stepped up, made some key fourth down stops. Offense has responded very well. About almost as flawless as the first half as you can get against a quality Maple Heights team.
.12 seconds to play in half number one. Rain continuing to fall. But the fans still here showing their support for the Cleveland Heights Tigers. Another beautiful first half for this team. Well on their way to another blowout victory. Another squib kick. Scooped up at the 30 by Pugh. Pugh getting through and a nice return by Pugh. Taken down at the 48-yard line. But still, just 4 seconds remaining. I don't know how big DeJuan King's arm is, but not sure he's going to be able to get it through the end zone on a Hail Mary attempt. Might just see one more run and call it.
Yeah, definitely, especially because of the conditions as well. Ball kind of slips.
Yep.
More likely to slip with the rainy conditions, and rain's starting to really come down here. So wouldn't be surprised, honestly, Paul. Maybe see a bit of a handoff, maybe some end-around trickery, maybe a couple laterals in there as well. Might as well take worth the shot. See if you can try to make a huge play here and get an end zone before half. But
get something going. Might as well. Already down 35-8.
Cleveland Heights dropping back 2 deep safeties here. Don't want to get caught off guard.
It's going to be King out there with Baker to his left. Sends Baker out. Throws it to him in the flat. He's got some room to go, though. Breaks one, and he's taken down at the 30, and that will do it for the first half of play. 35-8, Cleveland Tigers lead over the Maple Heights Mustangs. Your third quarter of play will be with you very shortly. See you then.
This goes back to 1987.
Welcome to the Maple Heights Pregame.
right? Ladies and gentlemen, pull out those 50 rapper tickets. And the winner is going to win $147,000. And the winning 50 rapper ticket is 1, 5, 4, 2, 5, 9, 4. If that is your number, please come up to the booth, the press box, and claim your prize. Once again, that winner is 154 2594. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you call your parents. Make sure you call your Ubers, your Lyft, your taxis, no matter what it takes to make sure you get home home.
Back is just as bad. She like needs to play What? Yeah. What?
We are still waiting on the rapper ticket number 154 2594. Come on up on the plane, gentlemen. Here you go. This lady, that's you? Oh. You got to give it away. Our winner has been claimed. Once again, big shout out to Joe Bill for all of his concession stand tonight. Let the third quarter begin. Everybody say ball!
Welcome back to half number 2, where the Cleveland Tigers dominated that first 24 minutes of play as they lead the Maple Heights Mustangs 35-8. Dresden, tough road ahead here for the Mustangs if they want to try to climb back in this one. But they do get the ball to start the second half. What would you like to see from them?
I want to see Dallin King back in shotgun. Oh, that kick bounced right off of Maple Heights Mustang and right into the hands of Cleveland Heights. So it looks like Cleveland Heights football to start the second half now.
Wow, I don't think I've ever seen a play like that before. Just bounced right off the Mustangs player. And I think the refs are discussing whose ball it is. That was a strange play to start half number 2.
I couldn't really tell if it was an attempted onside or more of like a squib kick that just didn't get off the ground enough. But Cleveland Heights worked out for them, takes a lucky bounce right back into their arms. And Darian Fair, we get to see him start the second half.
Wow, so I was just getting ready to ask you about what we need to see from this Mustangs offense to start, but another costly mistake, this one on special teams. And now we're going to see Darian Fair. Back out there on offense.
See, we've seen in the past couple of games where it's been a 20-plus point game at the half. See them in the first drive after the half start to throw the ball more. So I wonder if we'll see Darian air it out. We've talked about this before, but Coach Max Stevens kind of puts him in situations, put him under pressure a little bit. Hey, you can only throw the football on this drive. Can you convert a touchdown? Kind of get him ready for the playoffs, where you're blowing out a team, just work on the passing game. You know, it's like a little bit better version of a practice at this point out there against Maple Heights to test things out in the passing game, which you haven't done at all in the first half.
So to start off, there's offsides on the defense. Now on 1st and 5, the handout is to Davis. Another huge pickup for him. Breaks a tackle and knocked out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Quick end around. Marquise Davis picks up another huge gain. First down for Cleveland Heights. So a muffed kick return, or whatever you want to call it, on that opening kick to start the half, and then an offsides. So not a great start, to say the least, for the Mustangs. Then they go on to give up a 30-plus yard run to Davis. They're going to be having nightmares about him for a while after this one. Now hand up the middle to Bisker. Rumbling down the side. There is a flag on the play. But man, Bisker's not the fastest guy, but he brings a different dimension to this offense. He's a power back. When you need that tough 2-3 yards, you give it to him and he will get it.
Just one powerful runner subs out at Marquise Davis. Saw him break off a huge run, and in comes Bisker, another great run himself.
This is going to be a face mask now on the Mustangs. Wow, nothing going right here to start the second half.
Absolutely horrid start if you're Maple Heights so far. Now, opportunity though, your defense, goal-to-go situation. Can you buckle down, get off the field, maybe force a stop here along the goal line?
So it's going to be 1st and 10. Pardon me, 1st and 5 from the 5-yard line. Fair in the shotgun. Keeps it, spins around, and he will score for the 4th time tonight. Darian Fair does it again with his legs.
That spin move was dirty, Paul. I don't know if he might have already been in the end zone by the time he hit that spin move, but
why not add a little bit of icing on the cake for that touchdown run with that spin?
See him too. He just gets in the hole so quickly, so quick, so fast, and just so explosive. Darren Fair, truly been a treat to watch this year. He's been dominant every single game that we have called, and really every game this entire season.
McKay, kick is up, and it is, again, right through the uprights. He is perfect today. 41-8. Well,
42.
if this game was in any type of doubt to start the second half, Tigers put that one away. Darion Fair capitalizing after another Mustang mistake. Goes right down the field and punches it in.
Yeah, like I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, Paul, Maple Heights, they put up points this season, right? They 72 points week 1, and then they've had 4 other games where they've put up 30-plus points. And Cleveland Heights' defense has been as good as ever, holding them to only 8 in the first half. And then this offense of Cleveland Heights, 42 points through, was that 25 minutes of play? That's insane rate right there.
I mean, you're exactly right. Coming in, we expected this Tigers defense to be challenged by this offense. And after that first drive, remember, Mustangs in just 3 plays went right down the field and actually took the lead with the 2-point conversion to go up 8-7. But since then, they forced a few turnovers, forced 3 fourth-down stops. And since that opening drive, they've completely dominated this Mustang offense. 42-8. The kick by McKay is underway. Another squib. That one is muffed. Has to be picked up, and they're just going to jump on it at the 20-yard line. Javion Baker could never have a clean grab of it. Eventually, it was just jumped on by Deion Barker.
I believe that kick right there. That's similar to what the initial kickoff of this half was for Cleveland Heights, where instead it just had hit a player. So again, not really a true onside kick to start the half. Just got a lucky bounce for Cleveland Heights. But Maple Heights really, it's just the mistakes this half are just piling up already. They almost need to go back into locker rooms for another halftime, come back out, restart again, because they don't look ready to play at all in the second half.
They just can't seem to get out of their own way. But maybe Baker and King will have something to say about it. King takes it, hands it off to Baker. Still on his feet, breaks a tackle, but knocked down in the back. Huge hit. That was by Emmanuel Delk, the defensive lineman, the senior, laying the boom on Baker in the backfield.
What a hit there by Delk. Now, remember, because it's 42-8, so greater than a 30-point game. Running clock the rest of the way here. So clock now already working against Maple Heights.
King throws across, that slant dropped right through the hands of David Collins. Man, those quick slant passes have been there for the Mustangs today. That's the second drop, and he had some room to run, just couldn't pull it in.
Point on, Paul. You made a great point there. Slant's been there all day long for Maple Heights. Just that's the second drop. And second time, it's been both passes that have been dropped in great throws by King. Just receivers unable to hold on to the ball. I know it's slippery out, but you have to help your quarterback out.
Yep.
You need every catch you can get, especially down 42-8.
So we're going to get an injury here. Juan King, but fortunately he will be able to walk himself to the sideline. Hopefully nothing serious. As you mentioned, I mean, I think that's been their best offense of the day is King. Putting it through the air, but like you mentioned, receivers not helping him out much today.
No. He's had a couple nice throws, on the run, able to drop back and hit some nice throws through just a straight drop back as well. Kings look pretty comfortable back there at quarterback, despite them not throwing the ball a ton today.
Yep. Still out there in shotgun. Baker to his right. 3 wide to the right. Takes it, looking again. Throws on the out route. Another drop. Beautiful throw by King on that 7-and-out route. The intended wide receiver was David Collins. He was unable to pull it in.
Again, a great throw by King. You can't drop any better than that for the quarterback. Put a ball where only his receiver could catch it. His receiver didn't get back to the football as quickly as you would have liked to see. And ball goes through his hands. Now you have to punt again. And again, giving the ball back to Darion Fair. He goes right down the field and scores every time. So just digging a bigger hole for Maple Heights, unfortunately.
I mean, we've only seen Tigers punt one time today. Again, that was Fair who punted that one back in the first half. But yes, getting the ball back after that 3 and out. 2 beautiful throws on that drive by King. Receivers unable to pull it in. 8.5 to go here in the third on a running clock. The punt is away. And it's going to take a Mustang bounce. And it will be down at the 42-yard line. And that is where Darion Fair, Marquise Davis, John Gordon, Owen Bisker. I mean, I can say it all day. So many weapons for this offense. It's just who's going to get it this time, who's going to be able to add on to what's already been a huge offensive performance. But as we've seen in past games, these blowout games, especially in the second half, the Tigers try to get something going through the air. Again, they're a running team. But like you said, with these blowout wins, you got to try something down the field when those playoffs come. It's not going to be this easy.
Seeing them this half, pretty much all of their plays have been out of the gun as well. Straight shotgun, more of a spread look. So that first half, they more under center some, and then not really going to the spread look as often.
Fair. Screen pass, throws it. That one is through the hands of Jashawn Witoff. Bit of a high throw, but definitely catchable, just unable to pull it in. Looked like he would have had room to run if he was able to hang on to that one.
Screen on the perimeter, definitely a lot of room to run it, as you had mentioned there, Paul. Again, rain is coming down, so it's a little more slick, but you would like to see these receivers start to make some plays to help out the quarterbacks, because the quarterbacks have really been on point for all the throws that they've had. Just balls going through receivers' hands left and right here.
Fair, high snap, is able to control it, gets it down, and a nice burst. That one is Terwan Morris. The acceleration with Morris. Flew through that hole.
We saw Morris back, what was that? I believe that might have been against Akron Firestone back on September 9th, where he had that long 75-yard touchdown run. He's a backup on that team and has as much speed as anyone on the field when he comes in the game. And we just saw it right there. He's a great runner of the football, able to get there. We saw him get north and south very quickly, accelerates up the field, picks up a nice first down on his first touch of the game.
Fair gun in center, Davis to his left. No part of me. Morris fumbles the snap, and this is going to be jumped on by the Mustangs. So a rare turnover by the Tigers sets up the Mustangs with great field position right around the 50-yard line.
We've seen that from Darion Fair. He's fumbled a couple snaps this season. That one, fortunately, not able to get back on the ball. But now I get this Cleveland Heights defense back on the field, see if they can make a step up in a big spot. Obviously, good field position here for Maple Heights, so shorter field to work with for them, but see if Cleveland Heights can make a stop on defense and get the ball back to their offense.
Yeah, Fair. See that a few times this year. Just takes his eyes off the ball. And first thing you need to do as a quarterback is secure that snap.
We also dealing with that wet football. Doesn't help himself out. We have seen him make a couple nice catches on some high snaps earlier in this game as well, so definitely might need to work that out.
Now here comes King, a trick play, throws it to Pugh, he's going to take a shot, wide open, man dropped! Javion Baker was wide open. I mean, that was a beautiful throw from Austin Pugh on the trick play. Unable to pull it in. Another costly mistake.
Once again, another drop by a receiver. I know it's very hard to catch football when it's raining like it is out, but it's just starting to add up here. And Maple Heights drew it up perfectly. Trick play, Ashton Pugh, perfect throw down the football field, attack wide open. We saw Javion Baker wide open down the football field, just unable to bring it in. I can't tell. It doesn't look like Maple Heights. Many of the receivers don't have gloves on. I know gloves, as it starts to get wet, make it hard to catch the football. It looked like Baker didn't have gloves on, so surprised he wasn't able to bring that one in.
Interesting set here for the Mustangs. Bunch set to the left. Again, going to throw it out, and another drop. That throw was a bit high by King. Unable to secure it was Danye Barker.
Saw them kind of go with a quad look there, so 4 receivers up top. definitely had some room to run if he was able to bring that one in. Just kind of rushed. King kind of just rushed the throw, unfortunately. See Baker check back in here. Went over the sideline after that drop. I know he can't be too happy with himself. He's had a pretty good game outside of that drop. Javion Baker there for Maple Heights. I wonder if they'll try and get the ball back in his hands on this third down. He's really been the biggest playmaker of the game so far.
I mean, Baker had a good 5 yards from the nearest defender on that drop. So again, I really think Mustangs should try to challenge this Tigers secondary by continuing to take shots down the field. 3rd and 10. King takes it, rolling out to the left. Throws it. Incomplete.
King, another nice throw that roll out to the left, had some pressure come in, just steps right up, delivers a dart in a great location, just unable to make the catch again as Maple Heights. And King's delivering some absolute dimes so far in this game. Just a bunch of drops there for Maple Heights.
That was De Niro Locklear, the intended wide receiver. But King, as you mentioned, rolling out to his left, threw it on the run. But Locklear was unable to pull it in. Would have been a tough catch, but definitely manageable. So, in jeopardy of going 3 and out again, they're going to go for it, and why not? In jeopardy of missing out on this tremendous field position after the turnover. King's out there. Sends Donegan in motion. Takes a snap. Straight blitz. Throws it across the middle. This one is caught. He's got room to work. Breaks it. Running, and it's going to be close to the first down marker, but I don't think he got there.
Did not get there. Good play design, though. Receiver wide open, just unable to get the first down there.
That was a straight blitz by the Tigers. So Bisker, the linebackers, go right in there. So Kirk was just forced to dump it off. Nearly picked it up. But after that turnover, their defense holds yet again. 4 plays, nothing to show for it. So Darian Fair and this offense will come back out on the field.
If I'm Max Stevens, I'm proud of my defense stepping up there. Get on the field after a turnover, forcing their 4 and out because they went for it on 4th down, and get the ball back for your offense. Paul, we have not called his name all night tonight, but 84 Jeffrey Ward, the freshman receiver, checks in. He's been one of our favorite players to watch on this Cleveland Heights offense from the receiver position.
Fair's going to throw it out to the flat. Ooh, and a big hit. Deshaun Wyckoff picks up a nice gain. Now a late flag thrown by the officials. So some after the play penalty may cost. I believe it's on the Mustangs.
Yeah, from the booth, it looked like Wyckoff got hit in the head. So I'd imagine it'd be a 15-yard penalty, 15 free yards for Cleveland Heights. Can't hit in the head.
Of course, in college, you know, the targeting rule. Really done a good job of making the tackle safer, but that time a bit too high. Credit to Wyckoff, though, took a big hit, was able to hang on to the ball.
Yeah.
That's exactly right, Dresden. Seems like they're going to tack on 15 more yards to the end of the run. Personal foul. So 1st and 10 from the Mustangs' 33-yard line. Fair in the gun. Morris to his right. He's going to take a shot deep. Nearly intercepted. Miscommunication, Ashton Pugh. Got a piece of that one.
Pugh read that route very well. Very aware of the receiver getting up in that zone and able to come over and make a play on the football. We'd see Darian Fair maybe not throw that pass. He kind of projected pretty well, kind of stared down the receiver and almost threw a pick. Not what you want to see out of Fair there.
Now Turner's going to take the handoff. Matt right at the line. He's pushing that pile. And the refs will blow it dead. Turner never fell to the ground there, but forward progress stopped him. It's going to be 3rd and distance. Again with that running clock. Already under 2 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Rain continuing to fall. Same formation. Fair in the gun. Turner to his right. 3 wide. Takes it. Fair looking, rolling out to the right. Throws it to a wide open man. It's caught. This one is Lemon. Breaks one. And he's out of bounds around the 15-yard line. Perez Lemon, second time we've called his name today, Dresden.
Another nice play from Perez. Looks the ball in. We've seen so many receivers drop passes tonight, and Perez looks it in on 3rd down, and then gets upfield for 1st down, makes the guy miss, picks up some more yards before going out of bounds. Nice play there by Perez. Looks like that might be Darion Fair down for Cleveland Heights, so I know don't like seeing him down the football field. He made a great play there to get out of the pocket, make a throw on the run, and deliver a strike for 1st down.
Yeah, Fair did a great job, again, keeping his eyes down the field. That's one of the hardest things to teach a young quarterback, is keeping your eyes down the field. Of course, way easier said than done, especially when there's a swarm of white jerseys coming at you.
Yeah, from a quarterback's perspective, it's hard when you're navigating around offensive linemen, defensive linemen in your face, trying to keep your eyes down the field while still running the football. And Darion Fair, time and time again, is able to do that consistently. His throw and the run ability is exceptional.
Fair comes off at his own will, so that is a good sign. Glad to see he is okay. But now we're going to get a chance to see the backup for the Tigers for the first time today.
We've seen Amar Lakes, the backup quarterback for Cleveland Heights, several times. See, as you know, they've getting these blowout games. He gets a lot of reps, and he looks pretty good. Has some issues sometimes holding on to the football, but other than that, he is great at throwing the football.
Yep.
One of the best. He's actually a lefty, so a little bit different there.
And now a handoff, a jet sweep to the outside. Morris looking, taken down. That was Henry Perriman Jr. with the carry, taken down around the 10-yard line. But yeah, as you mentioned, Lakes, arguably a better thrower than Darion Fair. So we'll see if the Tigers will go to that. Lakes in the gun. Hands it off to Turner. No, Lakes is going to keep it up the middle. Lowers his shoulder. Taken down at the 3-yard line. That was a good open field tackle by Jameer Mason Owens, the defensive back. And that will do it for the 3rd quarter. Tigers threatening yet again. Already with a comfortable 42-8 lead against the Maple Heights Mustangs. 4th quarter coming up. Welcome back to the start of the 4th quarter, where the Cleveland Heights Tigers leads 42-8 against the Maple Heights Mustangs. They're threatening to score. It's going to be a handoff. Owen Bisker walks into the end zone. His 2nd of the night. No one was getting in the way of him on that one.
Would you want to get in the way of Owen Bisker, Paul?
Oh, absolutely not. I wouldn't be feeling that one for weeks down the road. He is a man amongst boys out there.
He already looks like he could be playing college football. He's so well built. Obviously spends a lot of time in the weight room, and it's paid off for him. He's very strong. He's gotten a ton of college looks as well from some, even a couple of Division I schools as well as your Baldwin Wallace's and a lot of the quality D3 schools. So Bisker, I believe we'll be seeing him play some football once he gets to college, at least at the D3 level, if not even into some of the Division II or even a lower end D1 school. So Bisker, be on the watch out for him even in college.
Now we're getting the 2-point conversion attempt for the Tigers. Try to make it an even 50. Lakes under center. Hands it off on the outside. Can he hit the corner? Cuts back, and he will score. That was Taywan Morris with the carry. And Tigers do anything they want to offensively. Moves the score to 50-8.
Saw Darian Fair on that last drive get a little shaken up. Does look better on the sideline, but Amar Lakes comes right in and finishes the drive off for Cleveland Heights. It's offense, Paul. It's legit. It's been insane all year long. Able to score at will whenever they want, however they want. They'll be a real threat once they get to the playoffs.
Again, the playoffs in just a few short weeks. Following the conclusion of this one, they got 2 more games next week against Akron. That one is away, and then in 2 weeks we'll be back here against Shaker Heights Red Raiders for their final game of the year. Of course, Friday, October 28th, 7 o'clock will be that first playoff game, round number 1. It's going to be exciting.
While we're on it, next week, we'll see Cleveland Heights travel to play Akron St. Vincent St. Mary's. Akron St. Vincent St. Mary's 5-1 entering tonight. They can put up plenty of points as well, so I'm imagining that game will be a very well-contested game between these two powerhouse teams.
Of course, Akron St. Vincent St. Mary, the GOAT's hometown, LeBron James. So we should expect him to be in attendance. No, I wish. Kickoff coming up for Gabe McKay. 11:43 left. And again, it's going to fall off, so we're going to have to get a holder. The wind really picking up. Again, the rain continuing to fall.
It's going to happen now to Gabe McKay a couple times in a row. He just turn around and walk away from the ball, falls over, and then have to go back and reset it back up.
So Ethan Golden, the junior, will be the holder for McKay. See if we get another squib. We do. That one fielded. Another muff, but scooped up at the 20. Trying to get to the outside. He's got room. Cuts back. Knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Javion Baker. Again, besides just that one drop that we saw earlier, he's had a very good night offensively.
Yeah, Baker's been one of the biggest playmakers on offense, if not the biggest. The one drop, like you mentioned, but other than that, smooth sailing for him. Quick, explosive, once he gets some space. And I want to go back to that kickoff, see Gabe McKay kind of force Baker out of bounds, so McKay not only kicking off, but also getting in and at least forcing him to return it out of bounds on the tackle. We'll see if Maple Heights goes back to that passing game. I know we talked about this several times, but Deion King, he's looked very good, very comfortable throwing the football tonight. I know his receivers haven't really helped him out as much, but he can't hang his hat on how well he's played tonight.
King out there with Baker to his right, 3 wide. We'll see if they go back through the air. It's going to be a handoff to Baker. Baker spins around, cuts through the hole, still on his feet, and taken down across the 40. One of the best runs of the night for Baker, right on cue. Made a couple of spin moves there. It was tough to bring down on that one.
Bouncing off tackles looking a little bit like Javonte Williams from the Broncos. Javonte, one of the best at breaking tackles and staying on his feet. See Javion Baker doing his best impression of him right there. Baker only 5'8", 175, so he's not really the biggest back, but like you just mentioned, Paul, able to stay on his feet and spin out of what would be tacklers.
This time, Baker to the left. of King. 4 wide, right. Gives it to Baker on the outside. Baker gets through! Baker is going to score! In 2 plays, the Mustangs get their second touchdown of the game. Their first touchdown since that opening drive way back in the first half.
Baker, we said it again. He's just explosive. Rails off another nice run there. Picks up a touchdown, obviously, but that drive, the kickoff, started with the kickoff. Great return by him, and then 2 straight runs. Really been their lifeblood of their offense so far tonight.
It was the Baker show on that one. The only good Baker from Cleveland. Now throws it to the end zone, a 2-point conversion, and it is caught. Nice throw there by King. That was caught by Denyon Barker for the 2-point score.
King delivers another nice pass. That's actually a long throw, too, to the back corner of the end zone. And Maple Heights able to convert again on the 2-point conversion. So 50-16. They've moved the ball. Again, they moved the ball against the Cleveland High defense. Just haven't been able to convert on some of those key 4th downs. Otherwise, this game could be a little bit closer than what the scoreboard indicates.
I mean, we knew coming in that the Mustangs offense was going to have to consistently put up points pretty much every drive if they wanted a chance. But, of course, those costly mistakes and their defense not doing them really any favors.
Yeah, I believe Cleveland Heights, they've only been stopped twice, right? They had that punt in the second quarter, and then they also fumbled a snap. Those have been the only times they have not scored the football tonight. So, realistically, Maple Heights, you've got to be perfect on offense, almost score every single time you have the football on. It's just so hard to do that against this stout Cleveland Heights defense. So.
Under 10 to go, 50-16. Maybe we'll see an onside kick attempt here from the Mustangs, try to steal a possession.
Remember, we saw them open up the game with an onside kick attempt. It was a good kick, just a little too hard, pushed it out of bounds.
King getting ready to tee this one up. King on the onside kick, and that's not even going to come close to being the correct amount of distance. Barely even went 5 yards. They jumped on it, but that will not count.
Needed a huge roll there. I'm not quite sure why they jumped on that ball, but
A for effort, but F for results. King, great quarterback. Not the best onside kick attempt.
Sometimes you see Justin Tucker do that, where he just kind of dribbles the ball.
Yeah.
The Ravens kicker just kind of dribbles the ball in the center of the field, and it'll roll 10 yards, and it'll just fall on it. But King there, not executing as well, unfortunately.
I think he sort of just kicked that one into the dirt, which is why it only went about 4 yards. So, legs back out there, under center. Hands it up the middle, pushing his way through. That's a carry from Mekhi Webb, the junior. Pardon, that was Tay Turner. Took the carry. Again, same formation. This time he's going to keep it, legs, and it's going to get blown up in the backfield on the read option. Probably should have handed off to Turner on that one.
Yeah, now you see a 3rd and long coming up. We've seen Lakes before have success through the air in some previous games, so they are willing to throw the ball. And like we mentioned earlier, Jeffrey Ward, number 84, he's made some great plays through the air. Nice contested catchability. He had checked in the game. He's only a freshman, so I wonder if they'll try and throw the ball his way here.
Now an end around. Oh, beautiful open field tackle by Mustang Keon Prince, the defensive back.
It says on the roster sheet, it says Keon Prince only 5'5". He made a huge tackle there. He honestly looks a little bit taller than 5'5". You like to see the short guys get listed a little bit taller than their actual height, but I know this person, Paul and I are both pretty short as well, so not like we're coming from this as like 6 foot tall or anything. But
you will not be seeing us on Sundays anytime soon, that's for sure. Mirror Lakes, on the other hand, that's a different question. He's going to keep it. Lakes under pressure, rolling out, and knocked down in the backfield. Takes a huge hit. Like Corin Collar. And Lakes, that one was doomed from the start. Play action pass, and he had nowhere to run.
Yeah, there are multiple Mustangs back in the backfield on that play, almost as Lakes looked up. Tried to make a guy miss and then shook off a defender, but unable to get rid of the football.
It's going to result in a turnover.
Turnover on downs, that's the first time that they have failed to convert fourth down today. So once again, Cleveland Heights offense, as successful as they come, only the third time tonight they've had the ball and have failed to score. So one of the few wins there for the Maple Heights defense.
Now we got King. Again with Baker. The two souls of that offense. Gives it to Baker. A little shake and bake. Gets across the 35-yard line. As that clock continues to run, now under 7 minutes to play. Cleveland Heights leads 50-16 over Maple Heights. On their way to becoming 8-0 on the year and 4-0 in conference play. King is going to hand it off. That one is blown up in the backfield. Barker received the handoff. And it was blown up in the backfield by Albert Green. First Tiger player to get there. He will get credit for the tackle.
Paul, bouncing back to what comment you made about Cleveland Heights now moving to 4-0 in league play. Maple Heights, they are also in the Lake Erie League, along with Cleveland Heights. So Maple Heights will drop to 2-2. And really, coming in this game, Maple Heights served as the biggest threat to Cleveland Heights in the Lake Erie League. So this should be smooth sailing now from here out.
He's going to take a shot downfield. He's got a man. 50-50 ball. Oh, is that caught? It is. What a catch. Ashton Pugh. Back shoulder throw by King. And Pugh's able to come down with it. Now they're in business inside the red zone.
Once again, Deion King making a heck of a throw. Threw that ball to back shoulder. And it's as great of a throw as you can see in the high school level. I know it didn't go for a touchdown or anything, but perfect ball placement by King. Again, he's made 6 or 7 great throws tonight that really impressed me.
King is going to pitch it out to Chase. Pardon me, that was Mira Owens with the carry. Picks up a couple. As you mentioned, the Mustangs, it's going to be the biggest challenger, arguably, in this league for the Tigers, and the Tigers come out here and absolutely run them off the field. Just shows the disparity in the league between the Tigers and everybody else.
Definitely showing that they are the team to beat. And they get every team's best effort, right? When you're the best team in any league, every team comes ready to play against you, and they have just dominated, answered the bell time and time again.
Now the rain really starting to come down now. King's going to take a shot to the end zone. It is caught. Still waiting on the official call. They're going to call it a touchdown. Back-to-back beautiful throws by King.
King, again, this rain's starting to come down a lot harder now, too. That's a very impressive throw, regardless of condition, but in the rain, that's even better. He looks excellent out there. I don't know. If you're Maple Heights, I don't know how you could possibly think about doing anything other than throwing with King the rest of the season. He looks so good out there at quarterback.
Ashton Pugh with the reception. Now another 2-point conversion. King's going to keep it on the read option, and King will get to the corner. Make that 3 for 3 in 2-point conversions today for the Mustangs. One of the few areas they are going to beat out the Tigers today on the stat sheet.
Yeah, on their 2-point plays, they do a great job of trying to get to the edge, right? So we saw in that first 2-point conversion, we saw Baker get to the edge and get upfield then once he established the edge. And then you see right there King, again, just beating Cleveland Heights to the edge and then getting upfield and scampering in. So really that's how you draw up 2-point plays, and they've executed very well on those plays. But yeah, so going back, Dallin King has looked excellent throwing the football tonight. Even he doesn't have a ton of completion to show for it because the receivers have dropped some beautiful passes by him, but he looks excellent out there at quarterback for the Mustangs.
I mean, it's kind of curious why we didn't see more. I mean, the majority of that first half plays was just direct snaps to Robinson and to Baker, but when King was putting it through the air, you've had a lot of success. Again, they've started to really challenge that secondary of the Tigers, and Tigers right now have not lived up to the test. So something to worry about going forward for Max Stevens, and something maybe go forward with if you're the Mustangs.
Hey, going back to that first quarter, remember the Mustangs didn't come out in a spread look or even try and throw the ball until the second quarter.
Yep.
So that whole first quarter, just foregoing the pass, and look at how well the passing game has served them the rest of the way. It's been really the biggest strength outside of probably Javion Baker's running ability, but other than that, this passing game has looked pretty good for the Mustangs.
And it's crazy. The passing really hit its peak as another onside attempt. This one's bobbled, but it looks like the Tigers will fall on it. But just as the rain really starts to pour down, that's when we see two of King's best throws of the night. The back shoulder to Pugh, and then one play later, right in the corner of the end zone, again to Pugh, who makes a nice grab. So with 4:02 left, most likely the final Tigers drive. Your legs back out there after they failed to convert the previous drive on that 4th down conversion. Or pardon me, 4th down attempt. Lakes in the gun. Turner to the left. That's going to be Taiwan Morse. Loses a couple. It's a crowd starting to shuffle out here. Got to give them credit. They hung in there for most of this game, even though the rain consistently came down.
Right on mine, it's got to be miserable sitting out there in this rain for 4 quarters of football, but this crowd able to stay in it for most of this game and root on their Cleveland Heights Tigers, which I don't blame them. The product the Cleveland Heights team is putting on the field is worth sitting through the rain for.
Lakes hands it off. Not going to get anything. Turner tried to get the edge.
Keon Prince once again making a nice tackle in the backfield. He's coming up from that safe position. He's hitting hard, wrapping really well. One of the best Mustang defenders that I've seen so far today. Impressed me a ton from his safety position.
3rd and long for the Mustangs. 3rd and about 15. Mustang defense really starting to turn it on late. Of course, it's not going to matter at the end result. Lakes is going to keep it. QB draw. Gets across the 50, but still well short of the 1st down. Now we'll see as Bister comes trotting out there, and so does the rest of the punting unit for the Tigers. So the Mustangs really winning these last few possessions, both offensively and defensively, hopefully take that momentum into next week.
Yeah, and they still have finish out the rest of their season. They travel to Shaker Heights next week and then have their final game of the season, wrap up at home against Bedford. So that's a team, Maple Heights, team that they win the next 2 games, maybe be able to sneak in the playoffs.
Davis punts it away, and it's going to be fair caught around the 24-yard line by Pugh. 2 minutes to go in a 50-24 ball game.
Saw Darian Fair. He came in to punt that football away. He was actually sitting back on the bench with his helmet off, just talking to some of the trainers, it looked like, and then he yelled, punt team. He ran over, grabbed his helmet, gets back on the field, delivers a nice punt. But we don't see him. I don't know if we've seen him punt twice in a game yet this season, at least any of the games that we've called. Punting twice, that's probably the most work he's got punting all season long.
Now we see the ref trying the ball off with the towel. King back out there. King in the gun, takes it. Takes a shot deep, he's got a man, one-on-one. Incomplete. Intended wide receiver, Talon Cannon. Had a step on his defender, but one of the few missed throws by King tonight. A little bit underthrown, allowed for the defender to come up and make a play.
Unfortunately, not able to get enough on that one, but not a terrible throw, just unfortunately not a perfect throw.
Yep.
Again, though, King has looked pretty good all night. See if they can just keep trying those deep shots, because they've been there against this Cleveland Heights defense. If the receivers could have came down a couple more passes, this game could be a lot closer than the scoreboard indicates.
King got in shotgun. Hands it off to Barker. Barker, a nice hole, stiff arming, and he is brought down by Bisker. Helping out was Braylon Jesse, the sophomore.
Javion Baker, typical running back there for Maple Heights, but when he's such a small runner, Paul. He's only 5'8". And they go up to Barker. He's more of a 5'11". He's a lot taller of a running back, so different running styles you have to deal with against this Mustang offense. Very drastic too. You get more of a shorter back, usually a lot more quicker, and then the taller back, he's just hard to bring down because he's so tall and able to almost gallop through those rushing lanes.
King. Again to Barker. Trying to set the edge. We'll get a couple before being knocked out of bounds. So now we're into the final minute. What's going to be a resounding Tigers win. They lead at 50-24. A few straggling fans still hanging in there. Rain continuing to pour.
Interesting little fact here. So last year against Maple Heights, game was only 36-20, so a little bit closer of a game last year in this matchup.
Too wide left. To Barker, no. This time King's going to keep it. Lowers his shoulder. Picks up about 4 yards.
Also the 4th straight win in the series against Maple Heights for Cleveland Heights. Last time they lost to Maple Heights looks like it was 2018, so starting to dominate this series against Maple Heights.
Yep.
Credit to Max Stevens and his coaching staff for getting this Cleveland Heights program in a great spot.
Now King getting tried through the air one more time. Takes a shot. Incomplete. Cannon again intended wide receiver. And Cannon again had a step on the defender, but a little bit behind him yet again. Unable to complete the pass. Second down. King bobbled the snap, picked it up. He's just going to have to take off with it. He's got some blockers in front of him. King breaking free. King is going to take this one all the way. A blown play turns into 6. Make that 3 straight touchdowns for the Mustangs to cut even more into this lead. Of course, just 22 seconds left, but
See King there doing his best Darion Fair impression. We've seen Darion fumble a couple snaps this season and take them to the house for a touchdown. King able to make the best of that play, busts off a huge run, shows not only can he throw the ball, but also able to use his legs to beat the team as well. Now going for 2 again. In this game, it was 50-8 now. 50-30, potential to go to 32.
they're 3 for 3 today on 2-point conversions. Can they remain perfect? But definitely, this late surge can give the Mustangs some confidence going into next week. King, low snap again, picks it up, throws it to the end zone, incomplete. Had his man open. Corin Collier unable to come down with it. Pass was a little bit to the side of him, just definitely catchable, unable to come down with it.
I feel like King might have thought the receiver was a little bit too wide open there.
Yep.
Unable to make a good enough pass, but still making the best out of nothing for King. Get another touchdown on the board and give you more momentum heading into next week. We'll see if Maple Heights comes out here and tries to do an onside kick again. I know still a 3-score game, so Cleveland Heights, no need to get too worried, but definitely its defense starting to break down a little bit here towards the end of this game.
Like 6'7", like 220. We're gonna shoot already. And he got the
Just 22 seconds remaining. And what seems like a minute that has gone on for quite a while now. Some big plays, courtesy of King.
it was ridiculous. Like going baseline monkey dunking on people in the 8th grade.
Of course, King getting ready to tee this one off. With an attempt another onside kick. This one much better than the first one.
Oh,
And this one, just scrum forward. It's going to be recovered by the Tigers. Much better onside kick by King.
ball got a nice bounce, bounced up over the Cleveland Heights special team receiver there, and see Maple Heights able to fall on that ball. Again, now, this last 5 minutes of this game is really turned on its head for Cleveland Heights. I know, obviously, not in jeopardy of really losing this game, but just little things like that. I know Max Stevens would rather his guys not give up long touchdown runs, not lose onside kicks. So those little things I know he'll probably want to work on in practice next week, tidy them up. Outside of those little things, like this has been a great performance to this Cleveland Heights team, but little things definitely still to work on for the Tigers.
Certainly going to be a point of emphasis for Coach Stevens. But now we get to see King. I mean, they showed last drive they want to continue to try to score, put this ball through the air. Still 18 seconds remaining. Empty backfield. 5 wide. King takes a shot deep again. That time overthrows his man. Intended wide receiver was Miles Russell. Took a late shot at the end of that one. I think the ref's coming over. Surprised there wasn't a flag thrown on that one.
Yeah, I think Marquise Davis looked like he was the one that laid that hit there. And I would say I personally liked that hit. I didn't look as too harsh, not near that higher neck area. Also, if the receiver makes a catch there, you can't. I mean, Davis is assuming that the receiver might be making that catch, gonna go it full on in it and see if he can break up that catch. So I like the hit there from Davis. Nothing too cheap. He's playing as if it was a catch, trying to make the tackle and not allow Maple Heights to score a touchdown there.
King again going to try it. Pressure coming in, rolling out to the right, throws it on the run, incomplete. That time to Braylon Donegan. 4 seconds remaining. Now this will most certainly be the final play of the game. But King continuing to show off his strong arm. Missed a couple here late, but for the most part, he's been spot on.
For only being 5'7", he's got a cannon on him.
He does.
No. Most quarterbacks who have stronger arms are usually a little bit taller, but King's able to generate enough on those balls. He's able to throw it about anywhere on the football field that he wants.
King, now it's going to be a reverse. This one's the Prince. Kenyon Prince will pick up about a gain of 8, and that's going to do it. 50-30. The Cleveland Heights Tigers remain undefeated on the year. Moved to 8-0 overall and 4-0 in league play, while the Mustangs fall to 4-4 and 2-2 in league play. Dresden, another unbelievable performance, offensive performance by this Cleveland Heights Tigers. Some things to clean up defensively, but seems like they're going in strong for the playoffs coming up in just a few short weeks.
Yeah, Darren Fair and this offense clicking on all cylinders all night long. Then, like you mentioned, Paul, first probably, what would you say, 40 minutes of this game, Cleveland Heights defense played outstanding. Last little bit, they kind of had some things to clean up, but other than that, pretty special night from Cleveland Heights. And again, the special teams too, don't forget about them. Rock solid all night long, recovering some nice onside kicks, being alert all night, and really this Cleveland Heights team looks like they can make a deep run in the playoffs.
We will be back here in 2 weeks, Friday, October 21st, when the Cleveland Heights takes on Shaker Heights here at 7 o'clock p.m. We'll hope to see you then. But for now, I'm Paul Ragler-Franco with my partner Dresden Dale saying so long.